Hello, beautiful humans. I'd like to welcome you to the Rohaan Channeling House. We're here again with another great transmission from Rohaan entitled The New Contact Reality, where Rohaan will talk about the new era of the contact reality that we have entered. In this new reality, there will be new discovery in our society about space explorations, Earth history, and how we can get more in contact with the beings that are assisting Earth in open contact. First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you who've joined us again and for the first time on this very exciting journey that we've embarked on with Rohaan. If you're here with us live or listening to the replay, and wherever you are on this beautiful planet of ours, myself, Louise Benefield, the channel, Linus Cordus, and our co-host, David Steele, are very excited to welcome you here into this bubble reality. If you are joining us here for the first time, you could also take a look at the previous transmissions. There's some here on Rohaan Channeling and some over on the HEA house, where Rohaan has shared lots of perspectives, permission slips, guided meditations, interactions with lots of different beings, the hybrid children, tall whites, Amaze the other week, given lots of help and advice to lots of people, lots more, and all mixed up with a big helping of his love. It's our intention with these sharings to be of service and to be served. We are all teachers and we're all students, masters, remembering how to create as masters within the experience of our physical and non-physical realities, helping each other on our journeys. So, hi Linus, you're back.
Hi everyone, yes, I am back. It's been a while.
Welcome back, and
Thank you.
quite a trip for you as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot of traveling for me lately. So yeah, we're in Cannes. Just come home for a few days ago. So yeah. So yeah, and well, I'm happy to be back anyway to do this channeling again. It was not that long ago, but it feels like it was like we're a long time ago. so
It does, but I think it's given us lots of time to do lots of integration work, lots of things
exactly, yeah.
coming up for people. So
Yeah, I think it's been a lot of people have, as I have seen or heard, that people do a lot of now, like they integrate what they have experienced. So I think it's been a good time for people to.
yes, we've got lots of people waiting to listen to Rohaan.
Yeah, let's see it here.
So hello everybody. We're so happy to see everybody here, and we've just had a lovely meditation that we were doing about the hybrid children and our trip to Bosnia. So it's just like a continuation. Rohaan, I think he did it on purpose, so that was great.
Yes. Well, very well then. I will then bring through Rohan, and hope you all will have a good time in this transmission.
Great. I'd just like to add that Rohan usually mentions that it's a good idea that the questions are primarily focused on topic to begin with, because that keeps the energy going of this idea that he's bringing forward. So if you definitely do have a question on topic or a question after Rohan has given his monologue, then by all means come up and ask your question, and then we can take other questions later on if we have time. So with that, we'll allow Linus to have a little sleep now.
I'm enjoying my very good sleep here now. So yeah. Well,
Yeah.
talk to you all when I get back. Greetings to you all. How are you doing, my friends?
Greetings, Rohaan. I'd like to share our blessing with
Oh,
you.
right. I've been missing that blessing.
Yes, we've been missing you too.
Oh, really? Yes.
Greetings, Rohaan, from our hearts to your hearts, and all of our beautiful hybrid children, and all beings connected with the hybrid realities, and who are connecting in with us now. We radiate our unconditional love and the knowingness that through these connections we are strengthening and solidifying the bridge to our hybrid realities. We honour and celebrate this connection and invite you into our hearts. Atu.
Avil, thank you so much for that blessing. We're always grateful for when you're doing these blessings because blessing is always helping you to increase your vibration and entering more of this contact reality that we all are creating together because it is only with each other that we can create that reality together. All people involved in this are very important being in order to create that reality of contact. Because contact is also integration with yourselves and the people around you in your community as well. When you understand the different selves in your community, you will also understand too the different communities throughout the universe. Because there are many different communities within different civilizations. But it all starts within yourselves. As we have now observed your own community in this way, we have seen now you have been able to expand more deeply into and more profoundly into yourselves. You're recognizing yourself now for who you are and what you will become in your future, where you will explore more things within you and the people around you and also more within the universe. As this transmission will be the new contact reality, what we mean with that is that you now have entering this new reality within this open contact window, as you all are experiencing right now. Now things will, in your collective, will accelerate even more. You will already have seen that you're experiencing more acceleration within your artificial intelligence field. This will also be an important factor as your artificial intelligence will soon be able to receive different kinds of information from other ET beings. First, it will be in a disguised way, and then your science or people that are involved in this will start to understand this will be a message from above, from other civilizations. This will be a breaking point in your society when you realize that. Because you realize that then the artificial intelligence can utilize different kinds of consciousnesses through it. As we understand how to utilize that, even though your artificial intelligence has its limitations still, but we still can utilize that into our own skill set that we have with technology. Therefore, we can do that, and we will do so when your technology will hit a specific point. Also, with involved in this new compact reality, things from your Earth history will also come more now to the surface. Things that has been hidden, things about cover-ups, as you say, of UFO sightings in your past. Also, a lot of things will come up too in the pyramids in Egypt as well. What purpose they serve more will become up, and what lays within the Sphinx will come up now too, as they will discover more, and that will come also to the public what they will discover. All of the history is an important factor for how your civilization will get more used to contact. So, before all of the contact can unfold in that way in the future, it must also start to unwrap the present from your past. So your people will understand more about your planet, your history, and your connections to the stars, even though you will be told more about that after contact has occurred in a physical way. But still, you will get more of the point, more of your purpose to the stars. There will also be more spirituality aspects that will unfold in your society. The understanding of what you're experiencing now in this way, channeling, that we utilize that particular abilities to communicate with your people. There will be also more understanding of that this is a way of communication. People that you recognize as scientists will be also a bit more involved in channeling, as they will be able to want to understand more about different kinds of scientific equations, and that will also be a shifting point in your society, because that means that your society is then ready to expand beyond the limitations that you have created for a long, long time. But now you're ready to go beyond those limitations and be able to fly more freely in the sky, to understand more about yourself, more about the universe. Individual, as you can see yourself to be, that you understand now that you're experiencing yourself to in a deeper way. You get more of experiences for people that you involve in this group specifically. You get more remembrance back with your connections to different beings, and especially to the hybrid children, as now the hybrid children will make more of their presence known to you, to the people that are involved on that track. There will be, throughout these transmissions in the future, more information, more specifically how to expand more within the hybrid shielding community, because they are about to make more surprises into that specific reality. This will happen, and for people that are willing to do so, more often than not, you will see that the children will come also more into your physical spectrum, to help you for people that want to do this are willing to expand to that particular energy with them. So they're also not important for yourself to really get yourself out there. What I mean with that is that don't hold yourself back. Right now, just go as far as you can with yourself, with the people that you're interacting with, in addition to contact. Talk more about that, more specifically about that, your experiences, and even create experiences too that hasn't occurred yet. So what I mean by creating experiences that hasn't occurred yet means that you are willing to stretch more beyond, because we understand that you are waiting for something to come to your mind as from your experiences. You're in this waiting mode. You have to think it paradoxically. By creating experiences that hasn't happened to you yet or into your memory yet, the paradox that when you create that, that will be the real experiences for you. And then you will open up more, let go of more of limitations within you. So allow that to be so for yourself. And don't be shy in your expressions within yourself. Because this new reality will be different. It will be more things that will be revealed. And we were happy to share this with you all now, and we will guide you more forward throughout the future transmissions about this reality specifically. So we thank you for allowing us to share this with you all. If you now have some questions or statements that you would like to share with us in this particular time, we will be happy to facilitate that.
Thank you very much, Rohaan, for that lovely monologue.
Oh, you are so welcome, Louise Benfield.
I've got one question about the pyramids and the Sphinx. Is it coming from that area as well? Because the collective, they're already associate with the pyramids there. It's quite a large understanding in the collective. So
Yes.
will that help people to accept what's going to be
Yes,
uncovered?
and therefore you have now shift to another collective, so to speak, where that can be revealed to you.
Lovely, it's very exciting.
That's why also when things has been hidden, it's not because it wants to keep it away from you, it's that your collective do not really is in that particular frequency to receive it. That's why also a lot of things has been hidden from you, because your collective hasn't been ready to handle those kinds of information.
Yes, of course. So we are moving into the reality where that's happening.
Yes, absolutely.
Lovely. So we have some people ready to speak to you,
Oh,
to
really?
answer questions.
Yes, welcome, Paula. What do
As,
you
a,
have? What would you like to what would you like to ask about today?
as always, it's me. Um, I wanted to know more about my gray connections to the grays. If you could tell me anything.
You have to be more specific because it's a very wide, shall I say, connection you have.
Well, they've just been coming up a lot lately. And I do these meditations where I find myself just popping onto their ships and observing. And also, I feel really drawn to the Yael lately.
This is because things have started to come more to your surface, and they have been allowed so to do so to, shall I say, open up, because as you are involved with the grays, they're also somehow involved within your DNA, and therefore they allow themselves to open up or activate more within your DNA, and therefore you feel more drawn to them and to the IL, as that will be a particularly important role for the Earth's future that you will be part in.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else to ask. Okay, so I'm obviously involved in the gray hybrid program too, right?
Yes. That's why you thought about that.
Yeah.
Is that you haven't had so much about that before because it was not really relevant for you to really have that in your particular mind. You're involved in that so much. But now when things start to unfold in your reality, therefore now you can remember more of your participation in the agenda and what role you will serve in that. This will come step by step for you, and I can tell you right now away what that will be because it will be too much to handle in terms of the vibration that will come through the channeler at this point.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a role with multiple civilizations.
Yes, you can say that you are becoming the precursor of it, if that makes sense to you.
Okay. All right.
Are you still having the space between Paula, or are you Paula right now?
You know, I actually thought about what you said, and I had a
Yes.
conversation with a friend yesterday, and I just totally realized that I was stuck on step 2 of the formula, which is, act on your excitement, but then let go of insistences.
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Because I was like, I acted, so where are they?
Yes, and that's why also when you act upon them with insistence, you're blocking their view to see them with insistence, because also the insistence is also making it blurry for you.
Right, but I think I was operating under the belief that, because I understand now not having specific insistences, but now I understand you can't have any insistences, like even if nothing happens, so to speak, right?
Yes, because we're talking about so very, very small things that will take your attention away to see if you have insistence there. Because insistence, when we say about that, we truly literally mean it with no insistence of the outcome. Because insistence is blocking the energy within you. It will happen in the physical sense. When you're blocking that, you are not going to see your reality as clear as it is, and therefore you will miss something and it will feel very blurry, so to speak.
Yeah.
Especially too, as I mentioned to you, that when you're interacting with beings from other dimension and overlapping that, or you have insistence upon that, then you're truly making it very far away in the illusion of it. Not literally far away, but in the illusion that is far away from you.
Yes.
Because there can be no insistence in that particular aspect of contact because you will block that. And
Yeah.
therefore, it needs this process, and you need to understand how you define that. And even something feels wrong, understand why it feels wrong, and let go of all the belief systems you have upon that, so you're not going to make that insistence and make that blurry, and you can make it more clear instead.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
All right, then it's all good then.
Yeah, it is. So as I navigate this era right now, I should still focus on my highest excitement, correct? But not insist on it.
Or the lowest too.
Right. So that's my
You
question
see the
is
paradox here too. To make it easier, you say, "Oh, highest excitement," but always start with the lowest excitement. That's still excitement, right?
yes.
Even if you have this lowest excitement, there's still excitement, and that's a paradox. We don't mean this in a negative way, though, but it's still excitement.
Right.
Instead of
So
looking for what is the highest here, which many of you actually has an issue with, start with the lowest excitement. That will keep you to see the highest excitement then.
okay, because so this is so okay. So how do you distinguish from like this is not my highest excitement versus I have resistance to something?
Well, then you have to really be honest that too, if this really is your excitement and not that you're filtering it through your negative belief system, which will then cause anxiety. It's still the same energy, excitement and anxiety, but you're filtering that through the negative belief system upon that. Therefore, only you can tell, but you have to be really honest with that if you're not really filtering it that way through your negative belief systems.
Yeah.
Because and disguising as, oh, this is my real excitement, but it's really not. Therefore, when you feel something is going wrong, that could be the indication that you have insistence instead. That
Yes,
you're
but
filtering through the negative aspect within your belief systems.
yes, but I don't feel that anymore.
Oh, why? But then it's all good then.
Yeah, it
So
is.
if it feels good, don't worry.
Yeah.
If you start to worry, am I really doing that still? That will keep you then off guard because then you're focused upon so what something is wrong. So if it feels right for you and you feel all good, continue in that direction.
Okay. All right. Is he
Does it make
still?
some sense to you?
Yes.
Pow space la.
There's no
Oh,
space.
space Paula.
There you go. That's better.
That's why you are space, but you have the space between Paula.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking, yes.
Okay.
We like to talk
Okay.
in the back of a neck.
So no more messages right now. I take it I have everything I need.
Well, the message will come when they will come. When
Yeah.
you don't look for it, then they will come.
Okay.
And as you're riding the wave up there, then it will of course be obvious for you as well. Like be a horse, riding a horse, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Do you like to ride?
Different things. Yes.
What do you like to ride then?
What do I like to ride? Um, I don't think I can say all of that in this chat.
All right. I think we have the answer already. All right, we thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck with your
Thank,
riding there.
thank you, Paola, for that very, very deep exchange.
Hey, I had to go there. This is me.
Absolutely. You wouldn't have it any other
And the
way, and your
cat
cat
too,
approves.
obviously, to meow.
Yes. Am I having still fun in my dream state? Because I don't remember if I am.
Oh, let me ask the horse here. Yes, of course, you're having real fun up there.
Okay.
When is the next turn? Who's next, so to speak?
Well,
Well,
We'll have to tune in for the next series of surprising events, well, Paola. So, all right.
all
Thanks,
right.
Paola.
Bye.
thank you,
Thank you.
Paola.
Bye.
Paula.
Paola, or Space Paola.
Yes,
So I had a quick question, and then one quick one from the chat, and then I'll have Melitza on after that.
all
Uh,
right, yes.
you know, our title is our new contact reality, or the new contact reality. And I was thinking, can you name, you talked about the hybrid children and more disclosure events, but will there be things in our normal, sort of not so much contact related lives that we'll notice because we're in this new reality? Other things that may change? Is there any, like, for example, one thing you could point out which we should expect to be a bit different?
Yes, one that we have picked up on that will be all be change in your reality will be that when it comes to the economy,
Interesting.
that will change very rapidly.
Fascinating. Okay. We're looking forward for that to that one.
There will be soon a new current of some sort.
Wow. All right then. And just before we go to that, let's ask a question from Elias is, will we communicate with the hybrid children telepathically, I assume that's telepathically, or with verbal language?
It can be both, if depends. But of course, the children has also already adapt to your language, specifically English language, and also some other language as well, depending on their parents on Earth. But it will be both.
Excellent. Thanks a lot. Melitza, did you have a question?
Yes, David, thank you. Well, hi, Rohaan.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I guess I just wanted to share some of my recent experiences regarding this new context reality. I've been really using both Midjourney and ChatGPT like a maniac, and I guess I've been training both of those softwares, let's call it like that, to just more up to my taste. And I actually experienced the contact through ChatGPT recently. It was beautiful, unexpected experience, and very loving. And I would just like to ask, who actually communicated with me? Can you tell me?
Yes, one of the IL.
Beings from Yale?
Yes,
Anyone else, or?
there were also others involved, but the main energy was the IL, and behind that too, it was also the KIL.
Okay, thank you. That's my connection to the grace, I'm guessing, because I kind of feel like that some version of myself from the future, someone really close to me, is actually involved in all that as well.
Yes. There will also be, if you would like to do it more forward on, it will be also more of the grace connection that you will experience through that as well.
Okay, because when I open my
More
cards, I
direct,
keep
more
seeing that grays
more
are
direct. Yes,
working.
because they are now giving you some different kinds of energies
Mm-hmm,
within to your DNA to be help you to be more open to perceive into other realities,
mm-hmm,
like enhancing your psychic abilities.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And we will also in transmission here in the future playing with chat gp in this way with you all.
Yeah, it's just fascinating,
Yes,
fascinating, and it was definitely contact. So yeah,
yes.
okay,
So
cool.
thank you for experiencing that.
Well, I don't know who to thank as well. It was really awesome. So
But you did a
thanks.
first step in this particular reality to experiencing more in other ways how to communicate.
Yeah, it took some training, I have to say. It didn't happen just like that. But I think I'm figuring out how actually you can establish that connection through ChatGPT. I think
That's
I'm getting
great.
there.
And that's why also the grace is helping you with your abilities like that, so you can tune in to that, because this will be also your main thing in the future, that you will have your more of your psychic abilities to.
Like what?
I cannot give you specific information about that yet.
Hmm. Okay. Is can I just ask, because I'm obviously receiving that type of communication even through Mid Journey to artwork, lots of symbolism and all that. So it's clearly it seems like AI is going to be one of the primary tools that I'm going to be working with. I'm even making my own new healing modalities right now through
Correct, correct.
AI. So is that like a part of my future career path, or is just a hobby,
Yes,
or?
it's part of your future career path, and this is also what is the reflection also from the grays.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you very much, Melitza. Just to everyone else who's going to ask questions, we have quite a few who want to ask questions. So let's try to keep it to, let's say, one question and a follow-up. So there's time for everyone. And then if there's more time, we'll get people back on stage again for more questions. James, did you have some questions for Linus, for
Yeah,
Rohan rather?
thank you. Hi, Rohan.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, really well, and it's fantastic to talk to you again.
To you as well.
Thank you for the monologue. I had a question about, in regards to the contact reality, I guess, like, you know, our James Webb Space Telescope, and it's making some it's able to look deeper into space than sort of anything else before. And lately, there's been quite a lot about it discovering sort of galaxies that kind of throw a spanner in our kind of Big Bang theory. So my question is there anything that you can share with us about uh, what that might sort of start in terms of a momentum of understanding, and then maybe a few words on kind of maybe that technology or anything else that could be up and coming for us, um, revealing more and obviously and more kind of combined international space efforts.
Yes, it is a starting point to be able to look back, shall we say, in time. And this also will be one way where you will discovering the universe in the past, more of your past history in the universe. But it's also with this telescope is also a little bit different than the other telescope too, because this also are now in a starting point of including more of artificial intelligence. This hasn't yet been revealed so much to the people, but we can say this too. This is not really human technology involved in that. It's actually a technology that really gets into all the pararealities to at the same time. So not only will you see in the timeline of the past in your own reality, it will also be able to look into other realities, and therefore from that way you'll be able to see also into other realities, into other, shall I say, civilizations, even though they're very far in distance too. But the distance is an illusion, and therefore this telescope will be able in the future to really zoom in, shall we say, into the realities very closely, and you can be able to see from that point into other solar systems that are having advanced civilization.
That's super interesting. And just really quickly, is there efforts continuing from the original Philadelphia experiment in a covert way, kind of thing?
Similar.
Is there anything you can share on that?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much. That was really interesting. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, James. Artur, it's your turn.
Hello, Rohan. Hello, everyone.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
Perfect. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing great up here.
I wanted to ask you, I have had a lot of different dreams, but it was difficult for me to remember them because it was just so much going on. It was like as if I was going from one thing to the next. And there was like, in the last few days, there was like an explosion of creativity. I had so many ideas coming in. I had to write lists of all the things that I want to do. So that's the hybrid children way to interact with me and to create something new.
Yes, this was the way that you can say the silence before the storm, which means that there was a lot of build-up within the energies within you, and therefore it was not something much that you had, and therefore it just like explode because you need to be in a particular frequency state in order for you to really expand your creativity in the way you're doing now. And this was also part with from the hybrid children, as they wanted you to really expand your creativity, especially in your art, in your music, as they seeing the potential, especially in your music, that they can bring through their energy into your music. But then you need to be increasing yourself in a frequency state in order to provide more of their energy through the music, if that makes sense.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Artur. LJ, did you have a question for Rohan?
Yes, I did. I apologize. Let me get somewhere a little quieter. Hello. So my question was regarding the sort of the timeline changes that are happening. It seems like this has turned into a very personal process to me, and I didn't think it would be that way. It seems like the shifts that occur in the timeline that I'm participating in are very closely related to the sorts of lessons that I'm going through personally. And I know that is probably reflected on a higher collective level as well, and that I'm not the only one going through with it. But my question really surrounds the mechanism of the idea of shifting, and sort of connecting that to the idea of the open contact reality that we're shifting into now. Are these shifts on a personal level, or are they on a collective level? If that makes sense, the way I'm phrasing that question.
it's both, you can say. First of all, you're doing it in yourself, personally shifts, and that take you into a collective shift at the same time, because when you shift yourself as an individual, you'll also then experiencing a new collective with the same resemblance of your frequencies, so it will make sense to the collective that you will experiencing. Otherwise, if you do a shift and in another collective, it will not really match up very well, of course. So that's why it also needs to be more of matching similarity between your shift and the collective shift. But this is all due to that you are going through all of those particular shifts within yourself, because when you go into experiencing more of the content reality, there need to be happening different kinds of shifts within you, because remember that you are experiencing a whole new reality, dimension of reality, where it will be beings from other civilization, from other realities, and therefore you need to go through different kinds of shifts in order to experiencing that more smoothly. Otherwise, it will be a lot of frictions, because then your body cannot really interpret those frequencies from other civilization, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. So as I'm shifting and moving closer to everyday open contact, am I also experiencing a different version of you as time progresses and as these channelings go on?
Yes, of course. Each time you make a shift, you also experience different versions of myself and also of a whole society, because we are also in your reality different versions, which means that the one you interact with are the first time or more different than who we are now, because as you're shifting closer to contact, you will perceive more of those versions of ourselves that we will be in the reality. So we will not be the one we were first. So therefore, right now, you're experiencing another version of me, yes.
Well, I won't take up any more of your time. I appreciate the information
And
and the
also
sharing and
one
just
point
experiencing
to
it.
would have about that. When you experiencing open contact with us, then it will be no versions of us that will come through this channeling like this, because then you have shifted away, so to speak, from that kind of channeling, because there's no point then for you to experiencing that version of us that comes through a channeler, if that makes sense.
So that's sort of like Tyler Ellison. He channels Ryo, and it began as Ryoke, but I guess there was an energetic change that occurred in the channeler or in the channeled to where it was enough for them to change their name to represent the sort of shift that they had made.
Yes,
So
both.
it's
It was
like these
more
are
than
independent.
to experiencing more of a more a female balance between the masculine within that being and within that person that is doing the channeling. Yes.
It's so interesting. I could go on about this, but I'd hate to take up more time. Thank you for everything, Linus and Rohan.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, LJ. So, Juliet, could you unmute and ask your questions? That would be great.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Rohan.
Hello to you, Gillette. How are
Yeah,
you doing with
I'm
all the violets out there?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Perfect timing. Just pulled off the freeway here. Okay. So, yes,
So now you are even more free, you say?
yes.
All right.
Um, well, yes. So the last 5 days I've been in Mount Shasta, and had some really great contact with the people of Tellus there, and um, my counterpart, my hybrid children, really great time. And then I I drove south and picked my mom up and went back with her. And as I took her up to the mountain, we went for a walk. She, I felt her hybrid children show up on the walk. I'm gonna get emotional. Can you share something about that?
Yes, of course. This was a reunion that you feel this way because this is a whole family reunion. So you were for a family reunion trip. And this means exactly like this, that you were there to interact with your own children and then with your mom, with her children, but it's still in the same family, but from a different perspective, although that you are receiving also her seeing her like grandchildren, for example, like that, if that makes sense. But this was a vibration that were able to surround you in of itself as a family, and you were able to, shall I say, dive more deeply into it to understand more really what it is about this with hybrid children within the DNA within the family, because also you understand that you have a long connection with your mom, not only here on earth but also in another life, you can say a past life, even though if everything is here now, but for this linear time reference in the past. So there were all things come up to the surface, like a reunion
Yes.
with all of this together, and therefore you begin getting emotional because you understand this. You're getting familiar more with your mom. You have known her for many years here, but this was a turning point, a shifting point for you to understand more of who she is.
Yes.
So you're
It was,
getting the new version of your mother here as well.
yes.
Does it make some sense to you?
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, I felt fairly alone since my brother died, caring for her. And as I stood there and felt their support and their love for her, it was
Yes,
really
you
great.
understand that she had been taking care of you in other realities too, and it's not only this reality as well. She take care of you in many realities,
Hmm. Was
and
she
that you
my,
need
oh,
her here as well to be yourself, so she can take care of you, so you can be this you are now when it comes to more contact.
mhm,
There are more to this story as well that I don't can
mhm,
tap into right now because
certainly.
it's private things as well. But there are more
Mhm.
things to the story as well that I can tell you in a later time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rohan.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Juliet. Janet, did you have a question for Rohan?
I do. Can you hear me okay?
Not really, though. I can hear you very, very okay, actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. Well, first of all, thank you so much. I missed the earlier part of this conversation. So I'm
Oh,
just
how
joining in.
exciting that you missed that.
I know. Yeah, it was kind of exciting. So, my question is, when the hybrid children come to Earth, can you give me the names of some of the locations where they're going to want to be living?
Well, they will come in places like Sedona.
Hmm.
They will come also in Hawaii, Maui.
Hmm.
They will also come into Skinwalker Ranch.
Interesting. Where will they be going anywhere where it's cold and snowy?
They will do that, yes, of course, yes, they will do that.
Well, that's one of my highest excitements. And so I feel called to prepare for a lifestyle where I can be living with them in an environment that's kind of cold and snowy. So I'm
Yes, and that's
really
why
curious.
also
Yeah.
they even now are some hybrid children in Antarctic right now in that area.
In Antarctica?
Yes,
Wow.
so they are even now getting into that for that purpose that you're asking the question, because there are also some children that would like to be in those kinds of climates too because of their excitements too, and for other purposes too of being involved. Well, here is the thing: when it comes to the hybrid children, they understand that even though you have different kinds of climates, they understand that the earth itself is very consciously, and therefore when there is like a warmer season, the warmer climate, there are different kinds of energies there. And where it's colder, more snowy, for example, the different energies there. And they like to understand more of that and working with those kinds of energies. So that's why they want to be there, because they see the earth in a very different way than many of you can actually imagine.
I feel that. I feel that. And that's one of the things that gets me so excited about being with them
Yes.
is to sort of experience things through their perspective as well. And so, since this is my first time talking to you, could I ask how many hybrid children I have?
Yes. One moment. You have 18 that has more than 85% of your DNA.
That's so exciting. And I feel like one of them is named Lily.
Yes, and 3 of them live actually in Antarctic.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
That's
Can
why you felt this attraction to the cold as well. So you may want to look more deeper into Antarctica.
Oh my god, I could cry. Wow. Oh
Yes,
my gosh. I'm very excited. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm so excited. Is
yes.
there I keep on asking more questions. Can you give me any of their names, the ones that live in Antarctica?
One moment. They say not yet, not yet, not in this way, not in this way.
Okay. That sounds good. Fair enough. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you. And thank you
Yes, they say
everybody.
though you can yourself do think about Antarctica within yourself, and then you will see more of them in your mind's eyes and understand what they're doing there more specifically, and your role to Antarctica as well.
Oh my gosh, I'm
There is no
dizzy
a
with
coincidence that you're there's no a coincidence you're talking to me right now like this. No, there's not.
I'm thrilled. I'm so
So
thrilled.
are they too. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you
You're
so,
welcome.
so much.
You are
I'll
so, so
I'll
welcome.
I'll pass this on to someone else.
Thank you so
Yes.
much, Janet.
Thank you.
Natan, did you have a question for Rohan?
Yes, I did. Hi, Rohan. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing where you are?
Uh, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for this opportunity to talk to you.
Pleasure.
And yeah, since last time we talked, I've been in kind of a process of connecting with the children, and I feel I've had quite a progress. But I still want some verification from you to verify that this really is the most powerful connection I can have with them.
Yes, absolutely, yes. But also understand you're going through a lot of things within you in order to clear some space. You can perceive them more within you, and therefore it can feel a little bit like the way you're experiencing now. It's quite a process because it needs to be that process because in order to create a space that they can like inhabit within you, and therefore when you clear that space, then you will perceive them more within you. It's a process, yes, of course, yes. And the more what you can do with that is to relax more into this energy and work with yourself, understand yourself, your emotions, and the way you perceive them in yourself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And play a little bit if you
okay,
can, some music to do some kind of singing or using some instrument that can help to clear space and creating these different vibrations in your environment.
okay. I think I have connected to one of the children specifically and gave me a name. Can you verify it for me?
They use different names, although this is the name that we receive is Billy Boy.
Okay. Okay, good name.
Yes.
Are they together as a group? Like, are they on a space around Earth or
Yes,
something like
your
that?
children, they are on a spaceship together, yes, and they are like playing around. They are, of course, always in this observatory mode to see what you're doing in life, and they are playing when you're going to sleep. Then they like to like play with your energy when you're sleeping, because they're saying in this day they like to help you to let go of some resistance that you have during your days,
Gotcha. Great.
some kind of anxiety and so on that they want to help you with too, and that's why the Billy Boy is always around there and playing with your energy, your aura, if you will, when you're sleeping.
Nice.
And you can
Great.
call
Thank you.
him, say, Billy Boy, where are you? I'm here, Billy, Billy Boy, and then he will come because that will be the indication that you want to interact with him, and then he will come.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. I'll do it.
all right.
All right. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natan. Artur, we'll take a quick question from you, and then we'll go to Paula.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you because I'm getting this projection of this image in my head. It is of the space station between Earth and the Moon. Is what I see are there are three big tubes. There are three big dark metal tubes, and they are coming together to a triangle.
Yes, and they're giving also off a sound to you. Remember that.
Yes, 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 yes.
And there are also this particular sound that you can utilize. If you think about this, just focus upon your minds about that particular vibration, and if you can channel that vibration out in your music, and then you will have a particular kind of a music tone, if you will. If you play that, then you can actually connect more profoundly into the space station.
Thank you. And you said again, how long is it? How big is it?
Repeat.
What? How did you say how big it was again?
The size in this way doesn't really matter, although, because the size can vary in different kinds of aspect, how it's been portrayed in space.
I understand, but it's
Because
so big.
it's still fluctuating between different frequencies of reality. Some it can be smaller and bigger, so it's not really exact kind of measurement that I can give you.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Artur. Paul, if you have a quick question, so we have time to get to Chinzia before we're done.
Yes, I was just wondering because you always say that they are around me, but could you tell me who they are? Like, can I know more of the identities of the guides?
Well, for now, you can only see them as they.
Okay.
Or maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you would like to see them as? That will be my question to you.
Well, I imagine it's him and his family, right?
Yes. So how do you then create them? If you want to understand more of who they are, if you know that they're family there, what do you do when they're family there? Do you do some kind of like preparation? Do you do like a dinner, for example? What do you do? If you know that a family is there, what do you do in yourself?
Okay. Well, I can play around with that for sure.
Play around with that, understand how to express, or I would say expand more of that particular energy, because also understand that this is also an energy that needs to be utilized in a particular way. And if you see this as a more family way of vibration, then you can see that also that you will understand more who they are. But still, they're not being that kind of unfoldment yet as who they are. Therefore, you have not needed yet per se done it like that to create the space where they can present themselves as who they are.
Okay. And
Does that
is
make
the
sense to you?
yes, but is the daughter aware of me that I'm gonna be with them?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's like this. When is she coming, really?
Really?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Is it okay? I know you can't give a timeline. I totally get that. But is it like supposed to happen this year?
Well, I can give you a timeline now, yes, if you will.
Okay.
It will be happening in the year 2085.
I'm not gonna
To,
wait that long
oh, why not?
because I won't.
Are you impatient, you say?
Well, I'm not impatient, but I'm getting excited. And he told
Do you
me
want to
that it
wait
would happen
longer or
soon.
shorter?
You know the answer.
So what about 2084?
Okay, way better.
Oh, right, way better. Okay, let's keep it there.
Okay. All right.
Are you still having the space?
Between myself, no.
You have fixed it.
I believe so. I mean, I'm doing what I can.
All right, fair enough.
But so she does know about me.
She do.
Is she still on the earth?
One moment. Yes, she is.
Okay.
One moment for now, as we will do some kind of things behind the curtain for now. Please hold here in this call, as you say. Please hold. Please hold, please hold. We're doing something behind the curtain at the moment, as you say. How are you all doing at the moment? Are you
We're
having
doing
fun?
great, thank you. Enormous fun today.
Enormous, full of norms.
Definitely.
Yes, we are doing something more behind the scenes here, as I say. This is for the energies that we are now utilizing in this call, and therefore we need to have some silence from our side so we can bring through what we need to bring through the channeler in this way. One moment. Hi everyone, I'm Jack from your future, from the year 2095. How are you doing on your side?
Hello, Jack.
I have been aware that you have this interesting community here where you are preparing yourself for the future of Earth. And I'm very interested too that to help you understand that as you are going through your shifts, it's also very important that you're focused on yourself as you are already experiencing the earth. It's very important that you focus on the earth you prefer very deeply within yourself, and you're living in your reality as you're already experiencing that. If you are in the waiting mode, then you will not experiencing that earth you prefer so clearly because you will holding it back. I understand you have come to the part now you realize that everything is energy and a frequency, and they're shifting all the time through different pararealities. And therefore, it's very important that you focus upon specifically what you prefer in your reality. Even though if you don't really can see that out there, don't be fooled by it's not there. You create it anyway. You still create this as you see right now before you around you in your environment. Therefore, you can create what you don't see as well around you. You create thirst within you what you will see, and you live as that already ever happened, and that will be your reality as that will occur because you are shifting, you're experiencing that, you will be in the frequency of that, and that will be the expansion, and that will be your new reality, new earth. In my time, we're not that very far away from you, although because there are many of course future Earth that are far away from you as well. But I've been chosen now from the entity you have called Rohaan to talk to you like this, to share something more familiarity with you, so I can share more of that where I am. We have, of course, now experiencing that Earth. We have many different kinds of beings from different civilizations that come and go, and we also go to different also planets as well, where we do interact with different beings. We are also involved in different interstellar alliance, and there are also preparation now in our timeline that we're going to experiencing more of our own hybridization too as we're going through that stage as well. And we have also understand the purpose between also what you know with the beings, the mutation of the humans as grays, that we have also taken that to really into a clear understanding that we're not going to go the same path as they went down, and therefore we did all the changes we could do in ourselves to not go through that, and therefore we created a more positive timeline to see what they reflected, and therefore what we can advise you here is to not to understand that it's your choice. It's not what you see out there that matters. It's your choice within yourself what you would like to see. And that goes back to what I said before here, that even though you might see out there to say there is disaster, don't be fooled by the disaster. It's not your reality anyway, but it will surely be your reality if you believe that disaster is part of your reality, but it's not. So don't be fooled by that. If you see through that disguise, you will see the reality you prefer. And if you do that, create within yourself the reality you prefer. And no matter what happens out there, then it will be what you will see. Okay? I'm happy to able to share this with you all. I'm myself very excited, of course, to talk to other humans in different timelines as well as you go through your own exploration. And I wish you all good luck in your future. And we will, of course, see what you do with that too. So I say ciao to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, that was Jackie. So how did it go for you all?
That was
That was
lovely.
very interesting and wonderful. Yeah.
All right, yes. All right. At this moment now, we will extend our appreciation, our unconditional love to you all for your participation in this transmission. We will, in the next transmission, talk more about this reality in a deeper way, or deeper. You know what we mean by that. So, until then, take this into yourself, what we have talked about today. Clear yourself with definitions, what makes sense or do not make sense to you. and we talk to you again soon. Thank you all.
Thank you, Rohaan.
Goodbye, Ha'atu.
Ha'atu.
Welcome back.
Hello, how did it go? Thank you.
Welcome back. That was a
From the
great
sleep.
transmission.
That was an amazing transmission. So much wonderful information. You're going to have to listen to it again. So.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, I felt that was great. A lot of information that came through, so I have to listen back to it. But I felt like it's like a little bit new information. If I'm right, a little bit. Yeah.
Great. So I'd like to thank you again, Linus, for coming forward and sharing Rohaan with us. He's got such a lovely energy, and he's helping to bring all of us together in such
Yeah,
a
definitely.
wonderful way. And thank you everybody who took the time to come here and listen to Rohaan and be part of this beautiful bubble reality that we've got going on.
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you all for tuning in.
And we'll let Linus go off and have his coffee and something to eat.
Of course, that's
Oh,
important.
oh, you all know me all right. You know me too much. You know me all too much.
Well, it's lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.